you guys have recruited Zahazel for evil plans.
Evil?
Well, I mean, probably evil.
Probably
Most
evil.
likely.
We're not bad
Do you
Mild.
really?
guys. We're
Do
just
you really
misunderstood.
deny this?
We're good guys.
Huh?
We're the best guys.
Bullshit!
We do the best things like blinding old ladies.
Right
That was.
from the get-go.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit, especially onto your character, Raz.
I'm not the one who let out a psychopathic murder and then blinded old lady.
You're the one who got trigger happy with the first boss.
We still killed him. So, ha.
After my character got shot in the freaking eyeball.
That's okay. You look cool with an eye patch.
Whoa.
I'm helping you out.
Ah, that's loud.
Oh god, jeez. Yeah,
Anyway,
okay, so you got Hazel.
that's not the right song.
Why am I all the way over
We
here?
acquired
Wired?
Hazel.
Does
Acquired
everybody,
Hazel.
does everybody still see the cheese on the bed?
Yes.
Cool.
It's better than when I first entered the room and I was all like, I don't see anything but like Hazel. So, there's that.
So what are we doing now?
We are surviving.
We're going to find your common sense.
You will never find it. So?
So,
So?
y'all are gonna have to, what was it? Reagan election in some form?
Yes, I want to roll logic
Go for
as to what we should do next.
it.
I
And
thought... oh my god.
if I have any idea as to like where we could go next.
We have to rig an election, but we have... Who are we trying to make elected? Mr. Whatever face?
It's like,
Is-
Pretty guy?
pretty man.
I'm gonna roll logic.
Go for it.
I'm rooting for you, Ash.
Hey, I got a 3.
Good job!
Holy jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. So, Percy figures 3 things. 1, they need to figure out, like,
How to rig an election.
A, how to rig an election. B, they need to figure out where the people are that are going to be elected. And C, they need to figure out, like, who exactly will be voting. They already have, like, Percy was there, so he saw, he has at least got a glimpse and an idea of how many people were there and stuff like that. So, like, there was, the evil guy that, owns a
That
polar
nobody
bear
likes.
shifter.
I
And then
remember
there
that guy.
was, yeah, and then there was the weapons trader slash ring fight leader, um the one with the innuendo for their name, um and then I think that was all that he really got to really glimpse at, but you could definitely tell there were more people in the room, and obviously the people that could be elected are also going to be voting. So
They gotta vote for themselves.
yes.
Like chumps.
probably.
I kind of forgot that polar bear guy was at the meeting. I kind of want to kill him off.
But does Hazel want to vote?
No, he's...
no.
Hazel would rather
I mean,
let out a
he
buff
punched
dude.
his face. Shut up, Raz.
Let me ask the real questions. Is he buff?
So what were the
Dude,
3
I don't
things
care if
said?
he's buff. He beat up a polar bear.
Does
Bears
Hazel,
are cute.
But does
buff.
Hazel care?
To
Well,
be fair,
like I said.
Hazel
Well, like
doesn't
I
have.
said.
No, you go. No, you can go. Go.
Like I said, in a couple sessions back, she did beat the shit out of him for beating up the polar bear. So she would, I guess she wouldn't have an actual reason to kill him, but she does already have a grudge against him.
Yeah, she might be like semi-neutral, semi-positive towards the idea, but she's not going to go out of her way because I don't see any.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
There's no real reason for her to go after him, but if he decides to, like, say, attack her, just fuck it, kick him right in the face. Well,
Fair enough.
So what's the plan,
I don't know.
Percy?
So the three things I know. The three things I know are what again, Ed?
Jesus Christ.
I need to know.
You need to know.
I need to know.
Who in the election you're going to eliminate, where those people are, and figure out like who is even voting for these people. That's that's the kind of gist that he got. Yeah.
Who, what, when, and where?
Okay, you're writing out a list.
Yeah.
List. Alright.
This should be
think.
good.
I think that we should go investigate the area of where we first learned this information. So at the tavern thing?
The tavern
What was it
thing.
at?
Oh, which one? Roll logic.
Shit, where is it? Where
Wait a
even
minute.
is it? Who
It's
is
not
it?
that. Was it that Peter Pan?
It's
No,
in
that
the
was
town
Peter Pan.
square.
Yeah, there we go. I passed by it like 3 times. Okay.
I think we should go investigate and see if we could learn more about where people are, like where the people that are voting are, and who is even voting, you know? We need to learn. And that's what we're going to go do.
And we have like a day for this, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
A fucking day. A day.
All right.
And if
One day.
we fail, well, it's not our leader.
I mean, we'll just have to work with whoever wins anyway, right? Isn't that
Yep.
the point of this bullshit? Is for us to work with them? Since
The point is to not have to work with an asshole.
you mean like our leaders, then? Man, such a difference.
Shit. Let's just join the Bloodhounds, y'all.
Well,
That is a viable option. Just so you know.
oh my god, we're gonna actually go put down. But then again, they beat the shifters, or at least that one did.
Instead of being called the Darker Gray, this campaign would have to be changed to be called the Darker Blood.
The bloodier,
The dark,
the
the
bloodier.
beige. The what is it where it's dark red? What is dark red called when it's not
Maroon.
called dark red?
Crimson.
Corona Burgundy.
Crimson.
Yes.
Crimson.
Shades of crimson.
About to say, you'd expect Mishi to say something. I would say.
Beige is no way.
Mishi is like the master of red, so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So
Questionable color choice.
shush. I'm trying, okay? I'm not succeeding, but I'm trying. That counts for something, right?
Yeah.
I
So
might.
are we traveling to the town square unless somebody has some objection to that idea?
We have nothing better to do, or any information, so
We're gonna go learn things.
we have a day. We have a fucking day to do this.
All right, cool. Might take a while for things to load. I apologize.
Hey, look, the ground is beige.
Shush.
That is.
Everything,
is
every
not the
color is
most
beige. Every color is beige now.
The water in that pond fountain, beige.
Yep.
That man's
Oh shit, I was looking at the
Hello?
wrong part of the map.
beige.
Oh look, the important people are here, and this is the douchebag, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Trunks? What is Trunks doing here? His purple ass hair.
Same.
Or his beige hair, excuse me.
I feel like this is going to be like walking around like a fucking like Telltale game, like,
Oh
And-
god.
and you just have to like, you're interrogating people basically, and being like, hey, what do you know about things? And then you say some shit, and they're like, I'll remember this.
Yeah, I remember this.
Like,
What? Sterling and
Anna today. Wait, Anna. All I remember is you skipped the I.
Same.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I have
okay.
failed on so many levels, and it's only been like 5 minutes since we started game.
So we've got asshole guy. We've got
ringleader.
cool fighting
Yeah.
person, whose name I don't remember at all. Person who looks vaguely familiar? Question mark.
Is that the druggy guy that we picked up?
No, is it? No. No. That's another guy.
He has
Uh,
an axe. The other one
cook
then.
person
And this is
and purple.
and purple.
And this person. In the front.
Yeah.
The front.
person.
The front.
The front person who let you in.
So let's go in. Guess? No? Yes?
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
your thing.
Knock knock, motherfuckers.
Who knocks at like a restaurant?
Kicks the door
The door-
open. Knock knock, motherfucker. I hope it hits the lady. Can I
The
roll for
lady
kicking the
acts on
door?
face, it just asks like, you come in, stop.
Good day, we are bloodhounds.
Well, good for you. Please take a seat at there. There's one table where the four of you would fit nicely in the corner.
I don't need your tips.
All right.
Sup, fellow bloodhounds? Just walks past.
They just kind of turn to watch you and give you a quizzical look.
A quizzical look.
You're fucking fired. Get out of my fucking face, you piece of shit. I'm just kidding.
Oil bye.
Ash, what could I give you a high five?
Because you're too short.
Maybe later. Oh. Ouch.
Have a seat. Stop standing around.
I could see that happening. Nazim's just like,
Actually, Hazel's gonna wait for you.
Unum is sitting in a chair, like, comfortably. He's not gonna move.
He's found his seat.
That's a very nice seat, like at the very door, so if the door opens. Fair enough. He's not wrong.
Same.
it said he could sit anywhere. This is his choice.
Okay, so Nazim's gonna, like, lean back, and he's like, so who are you guys gonna vote for?
Me.
He's, like, leaning the chair back completely, like, very
Mouth
awkwardly.
fall on your
Very
ass.
awkwardly.
Can you like roll rapport?
Hell yes. I want to fall and fucking get fucked up. What's rapport? Rapport? Is that what you said?
Yes, roll
Didn't even know
rapport.
that was a thing. I don't have it, so that's good.
Or
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking knock these motherfuckers over. Perfect.
Trying to be all smooth and shit, and you just like turn into a bowling ball.
He leans back in his chair and just goes, so who are you gonna vote for? And then just falls on his side. As he leans too far back. And they just stare at him, and then for a minute, and then they just look immediately. I'm moving the chair instead of the person. But then they look away and just continue to eat their food like nothing happened.
Vote for me. Move back to my seat.
wow.
Red than cranberries.
That did not work out like I wanted
Chair
it
is
to.
broken. Yeah, I can see that. I like how Hazel's just standing around in the lobby.
She's watching the kid.
That's because she likes the kid the hell a lot more than the other two.
So she's rather watch a kid than actually do her job. Shocker. There's no like muscular dudes to let out. So
Ooh.
You know what?
you take
You
that.
know
Son.
what? You're just jealous because you don't have an eye patch.
It's true.
Such a bad
Damn it. My plan.
They just
Flaws been revealed.
Possible Puff Man.
So, waitress comes up, puts bread on your table, and asks if you would like to order anything.
Is this bread free?
Uh, yes.
Cool.
I would like to order a beverage.
What beverage would you like?
What beverages do you offer?
She starts listing it off of her fingers. There's all kinds of nonsense, like including apple cider and cranberry cider, and
Unum's people.
there's they have like their main thing seems to be like wines and beers and you know some other harder alcohols, but mostly just wine and beer, and then like cidery things and like I guess like what's probably a really lame hot chocolate because it's only like a pound or something, half a pound,
Same.
really small amount.
Percy orders a cider.
All right, I'll be right back. Yep, I accidentally moved. Wrong person. Okay. So they head off.
We're doing great so far.
If wasting
So-
time is what we're supposed to be doing, we're doing a good job.
So you got Libby Doe over here.
Oh, that's what their name is.
Yeah. And you got Smay. And this person, you might want to roll contacts to see if you remember them.
I'm a roll contacts.
I'm gonna
Are
roll
you
contact.
kidding me? The character's name is Smay.
Yes.
Hey, we got the same thing. I got it one. Of course,
Do
yeah.
you just take words out of your everyday life and just use them to name characters?
Yes.
Smay.
How do you
Does
think I...
Unum remember that dude?
You can't see him. He's too busy sitting in his chair at the very front.
Yeah, so it's somewhat irrelevant. So Percy and not Raz, Nazim.
I'm here?
Yes.
Man.
Nazim and Percy vaguely recognize this guy. In fact, you're having a sense of deja vu where you feel like you vaguely recognized this guy before and didn't realize who he was until later, and then it just became complicated after the fact. But then once again, you have no idea who this person is other than the fact that they are vaguely familiar.
You're the guy who hit the polar bear. You piece of shit. I'm just kidding. That was him, though, wasn't it? Because my brain was literally like, wait a minute. Is that the polar
Is that
bear
that
hitter?
guy?
I just want to know if I'm right. It's not Nazim saying it, it's me asking.
I will say that it could be.
I hate you.
Hey.
Hey, where's your white friend? The polar bear.
Does that guy look familiar over there?
He's one of the leader guys that was in the thing.
Oh.
He's one of the people that
no,
they're voting
the
for.
Guy, the guy you almost fell into.
Oh, you're asking. I thought you somebody like clicked on this guy, and I was like, who the fuck?
That was.
Yeah, that was Ed.
Fuck you, Ed. You're throwing me off.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I can't really remember him, but he looks familiar.
Huh.
All these assholes look the same to me.
Yeah?
Do we even know if these people are bloodhounds?
I think that guy is.
Which one? Yes, that obviously is one, considering we saw him in the meeting. We did see that guy, right, in the meeting? Because we looked through like a keyhole or something. Or was it
I saw
Percy who
him.
looked through?
Mhm.
Memories.
That
I
guy
remember.
was one of the candidates.
He was the jerk, right?
Yes.
The douche nozzle.
Very jerk. Do not vote for him.
Do not vote. So how are we supposed to bring these guys to vote for somebody else if the douchebag we don't want them to vote for isn't here? Don't you think that's gonna cause us trouble?
Maybe. But you know what?
Fuck it, like we always say when we fucking do stuff.
So,
Silence.
Does Percy ever get his cider?
oh yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah.
Important.
She apparently does the moonwalk, and just walks
Skills.
backwards, and comes up to you,
Awesome.
She hit the
with
guy with a
cider.
tray.
and then heads back, while still doing the moonwalk.
I'm glad.
Is her name Annie?
And she is okay.
Same, Unum.
Unum is heading up the stars.
What the hell? He abandoned me!
Well, you were too busy
Well,
doodling, so.
did Hazel follow him? I mean, unless he was like rolling something specific, she would have seen
Same.
him go.
That's true.
Roll sneak. Damn.
Okay, he's just wandering. Fuck it, yeah, she'd follow him. This is technically enemy territory.
All
She
right.
has no idea what the hell's gonna
But
happen.
we're comrades.
So, boop, teleportation.
Same.
Teleportation. All right. So we do. All right. While I set up the second floor, where the hell is it?
Same.
Shit. Okay. While I'm setting that up, does anything else happen with
I think Percy's gonna try to talk to Libby.
All right.
So
Yo, girl, what's up?
that is not what he said.
Damn.
Libby turns their head, scans Percy up and down, but doesn't say anything.
May I sit?
They nod.
So there's been a lot of craziness going around with like this whole election thing that's going on. Am I right?
He kind of squints, but then they slowly nod.
Well, everybody's been talking about it because apparently it's gonna be such a big thing, you know. Whoever ends up being, there's been like a lot of talk going around. People are very worried about the outcome of this election.
They are going to roll empathy on you. Hang on. Just to try and figure you out. You're going to be hiding any of your intents?
Like what? That I want to rig the election?
Well.
Well.
I mean, I'm not going to say that she'll be able to read that off, that they'll be able to read that off of you. But it's entirely possible. I have done the rolling.
I will not roll to deceive.
All right. They're quiet for a second, and then they just kind of reposition in their chair to face you a bit better.
I thought they were gonna get up and leave, honestly. It's like,
Why do you want to know? You can't vote.
that's true, but I'm going to be affected by whoever it turns out to be.
What do you mean we can't vote? What's that supposed to mean?
Hey,
They scan you over a little bit. Roll rapport.
rapporting.
Roll that. Rapport
Do I
that.
have rapport? I do not have rapport. I might have to use a fate point. Should I use a fate point?
That's
I don't know.
to you? Yeah. I was like, yeah.
How many do I have? I should have 3, right?
You can check by pushing the little.
Yeah, you got. Well, you got. It says you got 2. Did we forget to give you one? Wait, that's right. You got your refresh, so you're at 3.
Yeah.
I have a lot of them. Yeah,
Well, I use a fate point with the aspect. Which one? Well, I don't know why am I rolling rapport? So I know which aspect to use.
You are rolling rapport because you want to figure out what you want to this person to trust you enough to divulge a bit of information, possibly who they want to vote for.
Hmm. Can I use the first aspect?
If I can see here. Hmm. Yeah, that seems like it fits. Go for it. All
So
right.
I use a fate point with that aspect.
All right. So then you are at the same that you have now. So then they kind of look down to the table, their arms crossed, and they lean on the table. And then uh, after a couple seconds, they say, if you could vote, who would you vote for?
Oh. Hmm. Probably Quizly.
They just nod softly and go, I think that they would make a good leader. But I also don't want to waste my vote.
That's fair. I know that guy, he seemed kind of like a asshole from what I've heard about him.
She frowns distastefully and they continue to nod at that.
I don't really know much about the other candidate though.
She they
Sa-
uh, uh they hesitate and then just shrug. Maud has always had her heart in the right place.
That's important.
Hmm. But I also think that she tends to go overboard.
Yeah, that can cause problems.
I know she at least means well, but I don't know if she can actually get us where we need to be.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I don't know who else. I don't want I don't want fam to wind up leading.
mm,
But I feel like I kind of have to vote for her.
yeah. I've heard that Quizly has a big following though. I mean, it sounds like it's either going to be them or the other guy.
Yeah, maybe their following is bigger than I realize. It's just hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, it's always with elections and things like that. But sometimes voting for the person who is the best choice might not be the best choice to vote for just for the sake of the vote might not matter in the long run.
Hmm.
If it's only between like two people really and you try to vote for the third person, sometimes that vote doesn't really get you anywhere.
Exactly. That's why I'm currently hesitant to vote for Quisley, but now I'm not so sure anymore.
Hmm. Definitely takes a lot of thought with this stuff.
Hmm. I'm sorry, are you a greyhound or a bloodhound?
I'm a greyhound,
Hmm. He's
so I
kind of
guess
not.
it doesn't matter as much as it would for someone else, but you know,
Well, it's getting harder to say these days, isn't it?
yeah, I do know that um relations between the Greyhounds and Bloodhounds definitely would suffer a bit under that guy.
Yeah, they glance over at Dayfam and they just look over at uh, um Percy, and they just nod and they just go, "That's why it's so important that we make the right decision. Can't say that it's lacking in any pressure there."
Yeah. One sec.
Waiting a sec. So wait, is Nazim going to talk to
No.
Dayfam next? No.
I was just
gonna
starting to jerk. I was just like, I want to go over here and sit here.
No, I was gonna say though, there seems to be a theme of there seems to be a theme of Nazim just going up and messing with the latest new head type person.
Yep. He does that. He likes to know the people that could be in charge.
That's fair.
So now I want to go over there.
That's why I was asking, because it seemed really in character for him to do that.
Well,
And
fucking
then
do
it
it
was like,
then.
all right,
Yeah, go for it.
yeah.
I don't know his name though, do I? Like,
Dayfam. I think that's
does
how
he
you
know it?
pronounce
Does he know it though?
Yeah. Does he know Nazim's name?
No, does Nazim know his name?
Nazim listened at the door though, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he
Yeah, it's
probably
true.
heard the name.
Yeah. I would say, you know.
So, is Percy done talking to Libby?
Yeah, I think our conversation's dying
Yeah.
down a bit.
Yeah,
They're
that's
gonna
fair.
sit awkwardly together.
Same.
So how about that weather?
Sipping
I
cider.
guess, no, it's just me, right? Then,
Go for it.
and he's just like, "Some damn fam."
Sorry. Fam actually has like his he looks exactly like his token does right now, with his
Hand.
face in resting on his palm, and he just looks over at Nazim and then looks away, just goes, "What do you want?"
What's wrong with you?
Uh
Doesn't seem like you're too happy about you almost becoming leader or some shit.
They look over at Nazim and just kind of squint at him. He looks over at Nazim, squints at him. I can't get any pronouns right.
It
So it's
happened.
they, right?
No, he goes by
Okay. Okay.
he. They go by they.
I remember Libby going by they.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he's a he. Okay.
yeah. My brain. Anyway,
He's
I called my little brother a she this morning. I'm really bad at things right now. Anyway,
It's fair.
It happens.
he he is just squinting at Nazim.
What's wrong?
What makes you think something's wrong?
Oh, you look like something's wrong.
You look like something's wrong.
Obviously, that's why I'm sitting with you.
He raises his eyebrows. What's your name?
Nazim.
Where are you? Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Why do you matter to me?
I'm an ally,
Yeah.
or could be.
I don't think so. Go away. He just like waves, like raises his frayed hand and waves at him, just like, shoo.
Fine. I guess when Quizly wins, you can kiss my ass.
At that, he
Oh,
goes straight
God.
in his chair and he's just like, what?
No,
What?
No,
What?
no, it's okay. I don't have any information for you. Remember, I'm just a buddy. I'm just gonna go back over here and sit at my seat. He just
What?
starts walking away.
What?
Oh, are you interested now?
He just continues to like flop over his chair, his table, and just doesn't say anything.
Yeah, you're not leadership material at all. He just walks away. Oop, I'm sitting C
Wow.
right.
And now we get to go up the stairs. Oh yes.
Riveting conversation.
Up the stairs to the top thing for the lazy dog. That is not the right music for this scene.
This is very dark.
Oh, is there supposed to be music playing?
There was for a second.
Yes.
Why is it not playing for
I
me?
forgot all of the music names.
There's the music.
Same.
Okay. Well,
What about this one?
you don't want in this room, apparently.
That's a window.
I was about to say, I saw the blue lines. You know, don't do it.
You know what's out the window.
Well, no, don't do it.
It's like, I'm done with this bullshit. I can't take these people anymore.
Stop.
I'm running away.
Stop him, Hazel. You're the babysitter.
I'm done. Everything. Okay.
She tries to give him as much of a inquisitive look as she can with only one eye, and
Because
she's gonna roll
She
notice.
cannot do any more facial expressions. There's only one eye.
Okay,
Well, if you like raise one eyebrow, it could be raising like, I mean, like if you have an eye patch over your other eyebrow.
Fair enough.
and I'd like to roll investigate.
All right.
Let me look it up real quick.
Yay, investigations are
I got my
happening.
map set. I forgot about that. It's /roll, right?
The door is just the same as all of the other doors. In fact, the only door that is different is
that one.
this door.
Yeah,
right
it
here.
is.
It's got like a little symbol on it.
Conference room.
Wait. Damn it. How do I do the thing?
How is this door like every other door? What's every other door look like?
A door.
How wide? How tall? What color?
Okay, the door would allow a 6-foot man inside, or a 6-foot woman. There's no discrimination. It is mahogany, and there's a little bit of space in the ground so that there's no light on in there, so you can only see blackness, and it's and it's locked from the inside. So Unum try to get in. Unum will have problems solved to get in. That's not gonna work.
We're doing great.
That's not bad. Alright. The door
Oh,
is
you were
exactly
mentioning
the same as the other door.
Locked and with the light off.
Mishy, don't you dare.
Roll investigate.
On the door.
Mishy or me?
Meshi.
Okay.
Okay, Hazel, you have inspected that door. You decided to inspect this door, and you have discovered that it is a very nice door, and it is very well locked and stuff.
Same.
Okay. Then she's gonna investigate this door then. The one Unum is currently standing in front of.
Okay. Unum. The door is the same as the others, but there is something different, but he hasn't quite made the connection of what it is.
The light
He's
is
having
on.
a brief moment. And yeah, Hazel notices that the light is on. And there is light coming from the door.
Okay, she presses her ear up against the door to see if she can hear anything.
Probably another investigate. Is that an
Oh.
investigate or what's the other one? No, notice. No, it would be a pure. We've done this so many times.
I would say investigate because notice is more like something instant, I would think.
Yeah, you're, like,
Investigating is
trying
actually
to
good
hear.
detail.
Yeah. If you're trying to hear it, be investigate. That's what we. I think that's what we usually conclude.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. All right. You can hear like thumping with furniture, and a very soft voice quietly muttering to themselves.
Is it a familiar voice?
That's what I was trying to think. Do I want to make you roll contacts for it? Yeah, I'm gonna make you roll contacts for it. Wait. What? No, not Hazel. It wouldn't be familiar to Hazel at all.
But Yuna might know it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But yeah, after listening to the door, you can definitely tell that someone is inside.
At that, Hazel just.
Hi, Yuna. Good luck.
All right, who is Unum gonna try and steal it from?
Me.
Yes, Percy is secretly a bloodhound and a greyhound.
You know?
You mean like Unum?
Mm,
They're secretly brothers.
same. You could tell because they look so alike.
I know, so many similarities.
No, you're good. So you're stealthing around downstairs?
I made a friend downstairs.
Oh, that's great. While you're making friends, Hazel's just looking around, feeling.
Yeah, but where are you
Bandit.
this key? Where are you expecting this key to be?
From the employee person.
All right. So, like, no, seriously, who is he going to try and get the key?
We should go downstairs
Okay.
and look. Probably either that person or that person. That person, apparently.
So Unum is down here. Nobody see him unless, like, well, Percy and Nazim can roll notice.
Percy rolls. Notice. He does not notice. Also, by this time, Percy would have gone back to his table.
He had a 2, so I would see him, yes.
Anyway, that's a tie.
You think you saw him. You're like, when was the last time I saw you? I don't know. Did I just see him? Who knows?
Did I just see the only white kid?
Like you
go through
you
this
see
place?
him, but you don't recognize that he's trying to be sneaky, and you're just like, okay, the kid's just walking around, whatever.
That's what he always
And it's
thinks.
It's like, yeah, you just lose track of it completely.
Also,
Alright.
Percy's turned the other way, so it makes sense that he doesn't see Unum.
Alright. I'm gonna sneak up on the lady. You gotta roll. What's it called? The pickpocketing thing?
I think it's just stealth.
Oh, did we combine that? I thought we split that off again.
I think we split off lockpicking and stealth, but not pickpocketing.
That's right. Pickpocketing is still covered in under stealth. Okay. Then roll stealth.
Same.
You got like her livelihood. You got everything. You got you. Do you want to take her money? Do you want to take the small set of keys? Do you want to take like the picture of her mother and father? Do you want to take do you want to take all the jewelry she's got?
Same.
Just have at all of it. It is yours for the picking. Alright, you go up 2 wealth points. And meanwhile, okay. You get one wealth point. And by the way, Percy, you had to buy some cider. So unless you're like gonna dip out, you have to spend a wealth point.
How much wealth points do I have? I have an amount. Are refills free?
No.
He doesn't know this, so he's gonna go ask. He declares, I'm gonna go see if I can get a refill.
Alright. Meanwhile, while
And
that...
he rolls stealth.
Ah. I see.
Hey, excuse me. Do you guys have free refills?
Oh, no, we really don't. I'm sorry.
Oh. He hands the person the glass then, or the mug or whatever, and his wealth point then.
He nods and takes it. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna remove a wealth point from you.
I got it.
Meh.
I'm already there. Oh. Did you met it?
Alright then. Going back up the stairs.
I have 6 now. Izzle.
Unam. Anyway. Unam is upstairs. He's got various keys. Oh.
What?
What?
Oh, whoa. Oh my god.
What? Oh,
in
I
the
forgot
remover.
about those. Jesus, I totally forgot.
Me too. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh man. Okay. Why are we switching? Okay. So, apologies. I totally forgot that that map even had all of the people, all of the levels on it. So anyway, well, okay. I can recreate downstairs up here. But yeah, Unum is now at the second floor. Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Good timing. This is song.
What?
Uh, zoom out for me, please.
I am. I am zooming out. Why?
Zoom out more. Anyway, okay. So Unum is so Hazel sees Unum like come back up with the keys, and he immediately tries to unlock the door without even knocking.
Okay.
Does she do anything about it or not? Like that's why I'm asking. Like, do we continue at the scene, or does Hazel react to this?
I don't. I know how to figure this out.
Well, maybe refer to aspects and think about what Hazel would do.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That last aspect that I have would probably fit this one. So she lets him do it.
Okay. All right. So then he opens the door, and I'll get. This. So you see that she's just kind of like going through stuff in her room. She's taking things and putting them into a suitcase, which is right here. And as you open the door, she turns around, puts her hands on her hips like so, and she goes, "Y'all know how to knock? Wait, how'd you get in here? What's going on? How'd you... You're not supposed... What?" Okay. She goes over to the door.
Sorry about him. He's a bit quirky. Kids these days, am I right?
I suppose. What? Yeah. Why does he have the keys? He needs to return those keys right now. What is he? Wait. Hold on. Hang on a dang minute. Wait a minute. You. Stop.
Like I said, kids.
Oh my god.
She goes after him. She is storming. She is pissed.
And she runs
So-
after the woman.
Yeah, and she just goes, Is that who I think it? What? What are you doing? You're not supposed to. What?
She's very
Yes.
distraught.
Yes. Roll athletics.
Run, Unum, run.
Yeah. Succeed with style. You got this. So by the time she is already at the top of the stairs, Unum is wherever the heck he needs to be. Which can be hiding somewhere, which can be
In a room.
in a room.
Good
Which
for
room
him.
did he go into? Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did he like jump out a window? Are there any? No, there aren't any windows on this floor. Oh. Okay, wait.
What secret things?
Secret. Soul secret.
I'm assuming the woman recognized him.
Maybe.
Ah.
Ah.
So how's everybody doing this fine, wonderful day?
Doing good. I
Pretty
think
much
we're doing
stalling, Ed. How about you?
fairly productive this session.
Cuckoo. Yeah, this is true. God.
We have talked to the people. We're winning.
Winning. Oh God, why did I say that? I should not have said that. I feel bad now.
I went here and there.
Said what?
I said nothing. I said nothing.
All right. See, the
No,
funny thing is,
he said all the things.
I think like you said a thing, but like just as you did, like Skype broke for a second, and
Oh.
it sounded like robot-y. So
I'm not gonna repeat myself. I am embarrassed for even saying the thing. It's a bad meme. A very bad meme.
I heard you.
No one needs
I heard
bad
it, though.
cool memes.
what was the meme song?
In respect for Ed, I cannot say.
That's fair.
Anyway, y'all get to the
Exactly,
top
Michi.
floor. Yeah, that shush. Anyway, you get to the top floor, and there is no sign of Unum anywhere at
He's
all.
gone.
He gone.
Bye. Is this a closet? Is he in the
Yes.
closet?
You don't know.
I'm downstairs.
Actually, that's what Hazel's gonna do. She's gonna roll to see if she can find Unum.
All right, go for it.
Which
I feel like this is like a what's it called? Yakety sax. You know, just popping out of doors.
I love you guys. Probably didn't find him.
You know, that happens.
No, you do not find him nowheres. And she
Darn.
helps. She's even just like, what? If only we had his damn keys, we could open all these doors. And she's kind of like peers through the lock on them individually, and then goes to check into this closet. Opens the closet door. Nobody in there. And then she goes to head over to this door. And opens it, peeks her head in. Nobody's in there. She shuts the door. Did you find that boy? I think I know who that was. Not
No,
Not so
I
sure.
didn't find him.
Why did no, it couldn't have been.
Couldn't have been.
No. I'm
Absolutely.
mistaken. Well, is that your? She marches up to Hazel, and she goes, "Look, I don't know if that was your if that boy was your responsibility or not, but if he was, I'm not normally one to say this, but you gotta have better control over him. That was not okay."
I know. He's. Believe me, I hear you, but he's like an eel. He just slips out of my grasp every turn.
Well, whether he's an eel or not, you gotta figure out how to get a hold of him for his own good. Kids cannot be running around doing this kind of thing. They are gonna get themselves in the world of trouble. Oh my goodness. Is this what it's gonna be like when I become the leader of this whole shindig?
Oh, you're. Oh, so that's who you are.
And
After-
she,
I-
she she takes a couple steps back, up on the stairs backwards, in her high heels no less. Puts her hands on her hips and just goes, "And who in the hell are you?"
I don't really have an identity. I'm just a random person taking care of a kid, but I've heard a lot of good things about you, though. Are you the. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you one of the people who's trying to run for, leading the Bloodhounds? You're the good one, aren't you?
She just crosses her arms and scans Hazel up and down. Roll rapport.
Oh, shit, she's got no report.
None of you have rapport, and you keep doing rapport things.
To be fair, we in our line of work we don't usually
Oh,
make
wait!
elections.
I got +1 of report! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's a miracle!
Might have the highest.
Oh, I know I don't have any empathy. Yeah. I got a 1.
I'm not typing things. What?
I trust you.
All right. Yeah. After a second, she just goes, "Shouldn't you ought to know that by now?"
Wait, repeat what? Wait, what did she say, Ed?
Shouldn't you ought to know that by now? Then that I'm going to be one of the leaders.
Well, I don't know, but I know about it though.
Roll deceive.
Do I even have this? Wait, holy shit, yes I do. What the fuck? How do I have all these things and I don't know about it?
It's been a while since we've gamed, man.
I know nothing of my character.
Damn. Yeah, she's good. After a second, she just shakes her head. She goes, "You need to pay more attention." Jeez Louise. What is the Bloodhounds coming to? This is where I gotta fix everything. We gotta focus on us before we can start merging with the Greys. That is not what we need to be focusing on right now. Oh.
Well, if it's any consolation, I think you'd be a great leader.
Oh. honey, I'm not a fan of ass kissing.
Hey,
She
hey,
takes a handkerchief out from right from her pocket, and she tosses it at Hazel and goes, "You got something on your nose, sweetie." And
Damn,
then
brown
continues,
nosing. Oh shit. I
and then
like her.
continues down the stairs.
Damn. Get wrecked.
she follows the woman, and she kind of wads the cloth up into a ball, and she throws it at the back of her head.
Roll aim.
Ed, can I just say that was perfect? That was really well done.
Thanks.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, how do I have this fucking
Aim.
I am not expecting anything good. What the fuck?
That happens. Yeah, it misses her by quite a bit. She's just marching down the stairs, completely oblivious to the fact that Hazel even tried anything.
She's like, well, hey, at least you're a better leader than that other asshole.
Don't forget to wipe your nose. He continues. Use soap and water on your face.
She keeps following her.
Alright, she goes to this. Well, she doesn't go down that way. She goes to the second floor, and she goes back to her room, and she continues packing her stuff up.
I'm gonna. Oh shit. Hold on. I got lost in the void. Oh, there I am. She keeps following her.
She just sees Hazel at the edge of the door, goes up, and then just goes to close the door with no word or explanation.
She holds the door open and she goes, but wait a minute. If you're trying to run for election, why are you packing?
Is that any of your business?
It makes more chances of that asshole winning.
What? She just gives Hazel the most incredulous look. What the hell are you even going on about? You don't know anything. You don't know me. You don't know what is going on with our organization. Who are you? Who are you working for? What is your what is your rank?
Why are
What
you
are
leaving?
How is that any of your business?
I'm just curious.
Well, how about you fuck off? And she just like tries to force the door closed.
She is standing in the way of the door.
Okay, you're about to go into a strength match with her now.
I like it.
Oh, with this door.
Don't
She
break
is
the
a
door.
determined woman.
Oh shit, what do I need to roll?
Strength.
It's like, what was it for physical strength? Is it just
It's
strength?
strength, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. There's no way I have this one. There's no way. Yep, I don't have it.
I just rolled.
Too bad you gotta roll. Roll it.
Roll.
Haha.
Oh,
Get wrecked.
I just got my ass handed to me, didn't I?
yep.
Once again.
Got decked by a door.
She. Yeah, you are about to get hit with an epic over this door fight. So she like it seems like you're starting to get some weight in and able to like brace the door open and stuff like that using your feet and everything like that, and then like very suddenly she like like while she's pushing on the door, one of her hands slides down and gets your hand that's on the side of the door and like runs down your fingers, and that pinches them against the door and that hurts. and you lose your grip, and you just lose everything, and you go like flying back and flop on your back. And the door slams shut, and then she locks it.
Ouch.
She sits up from the ground after being epically pwned. And she yells, "Fine! I'm not having the kid give the keys back!" And she leaves. And while she's leaving, she picks up the handkerchief that was thrown at her, and she pockets it.
As you're leaving, you can hear her yelling, "I'm going to get you fired or worse if you keep this up!"
She doesn't hear it. She's already gone.
Fair enough.
And
Alright.
I need to. Actually, never mind. I'll hold on for a second.
Holding on.
No. I mean, you guys go ahead. Actually, I'm gonna type you something.
Okay, type me something. Go for it.
Okay.
And while she does that, what y'all gonna do? You guys have more information than what you started with, so what's the plan? You got a plan yet? By the way, where's Unum? Did he just return to Percy and Nazim? Did he? Hang on, let me talk to Nish. Oh, never mind.
Okay, check your Skype, bro. Do I have a plan?
Okay, hold on. I need to kill the dog.
Don't
Well.
do that.
We found where the people are. So, you know, we got that going for us. I think we've kind of figured out that Bloodhound people are the people that are voting. But we need to figure out how we want to go about. I think Percy's just going to be saying this to Nazim, I guess. we need to figure out how we're going to go about rigging the election or getting rid of someone else. And he says this like out of earshot of other people. Very out of earshot of other people. Hazel's probably not updated the dudes. She might have. Apparently she's up to things.
I have returned.
Has Hazel updated the dudes?
On what just happened?
Yes.
I mean, she would.
Is she like just downstairs at the table now?
Yeah. Let me move her.
Dudes?
Let me move her.
Okay.
Are we taking a break?
Not that I'm
Huh?
aware of. Do we need one?
And
Oh no, it's just it
no, I
seems
think y'all were
quiet.
just Skyping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Percy is like talking to the y'all about like we figured out more information about where the candidates are and stuff. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do, if we're going to take more drastic measures or if we're going to try something a bit more quiet. And the 8 that I rolled was for stealth so that other people don't hear me talking about possibly murdering their possible leaders. So yeah.
Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did Percy say again?
We need to figure out what we're doing about the situation. Are we going to like straight up murder some folks or a folk? Or are we just going to like figure out another way to rig the election? More so with like the votes rather than taking someone out?
Hazel proceeds to shrug, and she says, well, whether we just decide to rig it or kill people, that's kind of up to you two. But if need, she holds up the handkerchief. We could probably track the other person down using this in case we need to take her out.
Hmm.
Did you guys get anything from the other guy?
Percy looks to Nazim.
Nope.
You didn't take anything of his?
No.
Well, that would make things a little more difficult. Because if any of the three were to be killed, it would probably be him.
But is that the best option?
She gives another shrug.
We have a day. And rigging votes doesn't sound likely when there's only a day to rig the fucking votes.
True. So we
So
should murder
killing
someone.
is the only way that we can, but...
Should we murder that guy or
He's the only one that
that
I've
lady?
seen.
Well, Hazel's talked to the other woman, the woman person. What's her name? Maud.
Yeah,
is
she's
she
a bit
like?
of. What was that in his name?
What is she like?
Kind of a snob.
So
Although
leadership material then, gotcha.
yeah. I have to admit though, she does give out a good diss, and she's fairly lethal with doors.
Is that
Oh.
what that mark is on your face?
She frowns and she starts to rub at the mark. No.
Nazim, she lost an eye. Don't be insensitive.
Oh, so sorry. I didn't know sensitivity was a part of the training of being in a group of fucking idiots and thieves.
I love this game so much.
So we're gonna have to kill one of them.
Yes.
That still gives the option of the other one winning, though, instead of our idiot fucking Q-man.
Well, yet again, like I said, she was already packing her things, so she might be persuaded to leave. She might be having second thoughts already.
At that,
Here she comes.
Yep, you see her. She's got a bag slung over one shoulder, and she's got a raven on the other. And she just quietly heads out. Like, no problem at all.
He grabs your arm.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Roll athletics.
Oh, great. My favorite. That's not too bad.
Oh.
Still gonna...
My first thought would be that Nazim's standing up for Hazel, but knowing his
Okay.
character, I doubt it.
Okay, so it's a tie. So you succeed at a cost.
Do I fall out my chair
So-
again?
Yeah, you grab her arm, the force of her pulling forward, he just falls over once again.
Sweet.
Does she fall too then, since he grabs
Please.
her arm?
Please do.
She staggers a bit, but manages to stay standing, and her the raven on her shoulder does not seem pleased, and literally just flies up on his head.
Azim
And
points
then
the gun at the
looks-
bird.
Really?
Yep. It's like, can you get this off me, please?
Maud puts her hands on her hips. Can you keep your hands to yourself?
I don't know. Depends when there's such a beautiful woman walking by.
My god. Roll charm.
No, he's not going to. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, she appears furious by that comment, but she does raise her arm and just goes, "Not right now. Some other time."
Why? What's going on? Why don't you want to hang out with me?
Raven goes over to her shoulder and she goes, and she just glares at him and she goes, "Because I don't like a man who can't even say please."
Yeah, that's not a man, then.
You also don't like anyone who gives you a compliment.
She looks over at Hazel and she goes, "Oh, you're associated with this fool? Never
No,
mind."
believe me, I'm not.
Yeah, we kind of hate each other.
I have higher standards than that.
Well, jeez, don't let me bring you down, asshole.
You do always.
Meanwhile, the waitress comes out and she just yells, "Those chairs are expensive, and if you break them, you have to pay."
I ain't paying for shit. Your chair should be better at holding people.
Ma just rolls her eyes and then continues on her way.
I like her. Let's kill the other guy.
She would be. She seems stubborn, but she'd be easier to work with than him, definitely. If, like, it turns out that Quisley doesn't win. That guy,
So we just gotta kill
I
the
couldn't
the
imagine
dipshit.
having to work with him. Yes.
Yeah, he
that
seems
sounds.
very useless
Yes.
from my 2 seconds of talking to him.
We don't need uselessness as our allies.
Yeah, we got enough of that.
Hazel nods her head to Unum. About time you came back.
Did you find anything interesting, Unum?
Hazel looks at the address.
Percy looks up the address.
These white people ain't doing important things, I swear.
Whose address is this? Or what address
Yes,
is
I'm
this?
sure he's gonna tell us.
Well, you know what?
The woman?
How do you make that? Like,
It's easy.
would you? Is it?
Yeah, you just move your hands like an hourglass shape. Like the sides. It's very easy.
I cannot make an hourglass shape, apparently.
It's literally
Okay.
like a robust shape, then thin, then robust again. So,
But yeah, Hazel makes a jab and she says, is this about the woman?" Oh, so this is her address. Well,
Hazel notices something about that address.
she
The
does. Do I need a roll notice?
no.
Oh, okay.
She recognizes that the address is actually, excuse me. She recognizes the address is actually at the inn that she stays.
Does she share this information with the party?
I mean, the party might be vaguely aware of it because they've already been to Hazel's place, but
we
Hazel
did
will
have
be
to
the
find
first.
it, so technically we would know the address then.
Yeah, Hazel will be the first to recognize this, though.
Cool.
And does she state this? Some.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Alright.
All right.
So, we've got the address of where.
Because considering we're
The
not
lady's
doing
going.
anything to her, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter now, does it?
I guess. I mean. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we've already decided we're getting rid of this guy, yes?
I suppose so.
Okay, and I'm back.
Welcome
Alright,
back.
hang on a second.
What if the Q man is the only one trying to rig the election?
Not our problem. OCC? Obviously not. The dude goes out and finds like addresses and everything. So obviously he's got pretty much a good amount of thoughts.
He's too focused on his farmer's market that he's trying to build.
Same. I mean, considering, Unum's taking.
There you go. What's on this one?
We read the note.
We read the note.
Is Unum the one writing these? Because that'd be kind of difficult, wouldn't it?
No, it's not
Oh,
his
okay,
right
that's what I was
handwriting.
about to say. Great. So she's the one we gotta deal with.
Who wrote
Who,
this
yeah, I'm
note?
about to say, yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I was like, who the fuck did you, where did you get this? Is it your Q man? The Q guy again? Riveting.
But I don't understand why she's must be dealt with. You know?
Well, in any
Oh.
case, she'll be easy to find.
Unless other people are trying to deal with her, which could be a problem.
That would be a problem, considering the address written here is where I live at.
Well, I mean, if somebody takes care of her and we take care of him, wouldn't that just leave Q man in charge?
But then it would be obvious that the election was rigged, and people might not follow him as easily.
You think I'd give a shit? Our
Well,
job
yet
is to
again-
simply do our job.
Like I said, we don't necessarily have to kill. There's other methods.
Like what?
And she kind of looks at the handkerchief thing, and she's like, "Okay,
We could smother
She
her.
starts.
Just kidding.
She starts thinking about it, and Ed, I'd like to roll something.
What would you like to roll?
Something.
Let me type it to you.
Alright.
She said. What if we just drug them so they can't perform?
Because
You know,
drugs cost a lot to make. And you're not using mine. I mean, that won't stop people voting for them, though. It's just one person.
depends on how many people are voting. If it's like 10 people voting, then it could be a
I mean,
significant
the Bloodhounds,
change.
how big is the Bloodhounds? Are they that big?
But does everybody in the Bloodhounds get to vote?
I don't know.
Or is it like a council of voters?
We have,
I mean,
we have less
the
than a
person-
day.
Libby like asked, I believe, if I was a Bloodhound or a Greyhound. But before that, they said that, why do you care? You can't vote. So that infers that I could be a Bloodhound but still not be able to vote.
Why don't you get more information out of her?
I didn't think of anything else to ask at the moment.
Well, you can ask why we can't vote.
Well,
You can ask who can vote. How to vote.
can I register to vote? Oh hey, I can vote now. I turned 18 last month.
Alright, so, all of you roll notice.
How about no? Okay.
Notice.
Got two. Yeah, same. Fuck you.
Ah, Unum notices things better
course he
than we can
does.
notice things.
It's because we're not white.
Yep.
The white mane thing. He just gets a one. He gets a plus 1 to everything.
Wait, to roll notice?
Yes,
Yes.
roll note.
Message.
Okay, let me look at my notice real quick.
Your what?
It's a 0.
Oh,
It's
I
a
have
0.
notice.
I get them.
Okay. Yeah.
You have aim, but not noticed.
Boop, boop.
Ooh.
All right. So Hazel and Unum notice a thing.
A thing.
They have their chair turned and their ear turned towards them. They've snorted at a couple of comments. They're listening in.
You bitch!
To be fair,
You will.
she should have been able to hear Percy because Percy rolled an 8 in stealth.
Stealth. It's true, you did, didn't you?
When?
Yep,
It was a
like
while
earlier,
back, yeah.
I said it.
When he was talking. Well, that was like, yeah, when you were telling us about, like, all the things.
Yeah, the last roll before the notices, I think.
But where was that role? Was that applying to like his conversation?
The 8 was, yeah, because he was talking to the folks and he didn't want anybody to overhear him talking about how he's gonna murder folks.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. Well, I don't
Nobody
remember.
else rolled.
Yeah.
So.
So they've been able to hear
Nazim and
Nazim.
Hazel.
Good.
Do I need to say anything more? They've been able to hear Nazim.
Yeah, I'll kill motherfucker. Think I give a shit about this bitch? We'll kill her too.
Hazel looks over at.
I just imagine just Percy's like been whispering this entire time, and then like both of you are like, so yeah, we gotta murder this person.
Pretty much. That's Nazim, alright?
Guys, please. Guys, please. Help.
If he had one, Nazim would be announcing it over like a microphone or.
True fucking that. True fucking that.
Just hey, you dude over there, you're gonna fucking die.
But as for the character, Hazel kind of glances over at them. She just gives them a look.
Look.
Just like, you want to add something into this conversation?
They actually make eye contact with Hazel.
I should
Goes. They glance over behind them. Those two are engaged in conversation. In fact, this guy is literally just starting to like look around on the table, look around under the table. Looks like he's missing something. He's like kind of freaking out. So they're well and distracted. So they look over at the four of you, and
You're just that means that you're already winking. You win.
so with these two thoroughly distracted,
Distracted?
they look over at the four of you, and they just say very quietly, "Want to come with me, and we can discuss things further at my place?"
Jeez, that sounds ominous. Just kidding.
Percy, give us a thumbs up.
Seems like you might want some help.
Hazel stares at Percy just like, really? Unum's the smart one in this situation.
Nazim hasn't said he's gonna join them. It was Percy.
Percy gave a thumbs up.
Hazel looks over at Unum trying. Fuck, she needs to have everything.
No, you don't.
Ooh. I mean, you could still roll it. You just probably won't get much.
Logic.
Like, I don't have logic either, but fuck it, I'll roll it. I'll roll it, I don't care.
Wait, why are we rolling logic?
To figure out why he's hesitant.
Unum. Oh my god. Of course he does. Fuck you.
God damn it! Just as I'm about to roll.
See, this is why you don't look to Unum for anything. Just fucking go. He's a kid.
Hazel just kind of shakes her head, just like,
Oh, never mind.
What?
I see what's going on. Cool.
Do
So
you?
let's go.
I don't.
Lead the way, cranky bitch. Or nosy bitch.
Ed,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right. All right. They get up and they lead them out of the place. Let me go ahead and gather all of y'all. Move you over.
hey, Mishy, to be fair, Yuna's the only one she likes.
Miss, stop! I'm trying. Miss, stop! Miss, I'm trying. Miss, stop!
You gotta
No,
go fast.
don't you
Oh my
guys.
god.
I'm trying to copy paste you into the other app.
See, it says you say do not base your answer off a
Damn
13-year-old
it!
boy's answer, but I think also you should not base your answer off of Percy's answer all the time.
Oh, but Percy's the leader, and he's so smart. Because he wants to see his plans crash and burn. So he
Percy,
can
I'm sorry.
laugh at him.
Wow. Yeah, we're
Excuse
bad decision makers.
We are tailor-made for that shit.
Bad decision number 1: joining the Greyhounds.
Seriously.
Everything just goes downhill from there.
This is what happens when you become a bad guy.
Hey, Ash. Are we going to Mordor?
No.
Not today.
Feeling I just got too lazy to reorganize things, and it's hard to explain how to format things in this. Okay, so they actually bring you back to the ring. That is apparently just their place.
Same.
The little area with the stables and stuff.
One ring.
Yeah, one ring.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey.
No.
These men are angry.
Yeah, they are
Twins.
very angry. They're fighting.
They have big feet.
Is one of
So
those the
big.
guys that Hazel beat? Well,
No, he
not
was
beat.
fat. He was like a fat dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like a really
he's
fat
like
dude.
borderline sumo.
Yeah.
Um.
There's the horses with the yellow and red ears.
Same.
So, after
Ketchup and
taking a
mustard.
second, they kind of take a second to make sure that the clanging and banging and the grunting and all that stuff is loud enough that they wouldn't be overheard. And then they just look between the four of you and they just go. So from what I have gathered, you're trying to have Quisley elected.
He seems like the best option. Yes.
Who's Quisley?
She side eyes Nazim.
Ooh, you got side-eyed.
It's a legitimate question.
Quisley is my leader of choice as well.
Why?
Because he actually knows what to do. I agree that we need an allegiance with the Greys in order to be. We will get crushed if we don't join up soon.
By Oswald.
Exactly. I'm a weapons specialist. I've been trying to dig up something that would be able to help us fight him off. Anyway, my point is, step one to this is getting him elected. And you're right in that the best way to do that is to remove both of them. But it's going to be really hard to pull that off without raising suspicion.
Exactly.
We've been kind of stumped in that area.
I have an idea.
Those are good. Anything helps at this point.
It's nice to see
Garrett.
somebody who thinks. Isn't it,
Have-
Percy?
Have the four of you heard of a psychopath known as Bard Arsenal?
Nazim
I'm
looks
not
right at
bad.
Hazel. She's the one who let him out.
Hazel flips off Nazim.
Wait, I can't reach my.
Your little blue thing.
The
My
little
rope.
turny thing?
My rotatey.
I know that feel.
Rotating.
I know it so well. The rotaty feel. The hidden rotaty.
Yeah, what about Bard asshole?
They actually kind of smirk at that nickname. I believe that we can use him as a scapegoat. It's the only really convincing way to have one of them killed is to somehow put the blame on him. And I know how to get him out of hiding. I know how to get his attention and get him to kill one or even both of them if we do this right.
Yeah, but how are you gonna make it so he doesn't kill everybody? I mean, he's already tried to kill Unum. In fact, he's hell-bent about it.
Of course he is. He wants to kill all shifters. He's not even very fond of... well...
Well.
His history is a little muddled. But... yeah, he wants to wipe shifters off the face of the earth. Which means that he's the perfect scapegoat. He would go after people in the Bloodhounds, just as well as in the Greyhounds, just as well as he would go after any shifter.
Okay, and how do you plan to bait him out?
And not get Quisley killed in the process.
And not get Unum killed in the process.
Give him a shirt.
What?
I'm gonna bait him with some clothes because the dude was naked.
1 second. They disappear in here. For a second.
I like when people just randomly leave in the conversation. It's not suspicious at all.
Well, they return after a bit. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the right one. Yep. Nope. That's not right. Dang it. Here we go. Alright. So, they return holding this.
Ooh,
It's a
fancy
mace.
thing.
Not the thing they were talking about.
Thing they were talking about?
Yeah, he was looking for the mask and something else.
Oh.
Why do you have it?
She has like all the items and stuff. She had my dad's spear and shit. Of course she would have it.
They nod. And then just holding it very carefully, they just go, this is the best way to get his attention. However, it comes with a pretty heavy risk.
Exactly. Is this dumb election worth having that guy have all the power? I mean, that's what we were told would happen if he got that mask.
Why don't you make a fake and then plant it on one of them?
We could try, but that would take some time and supplies.
Does anyone know how to? Does anyone know how to craft something like that?
Hazel shakes her head.
Even
Look,
if we did craft a fake, how would he find out that one of them has it?
Here's the thing. This, I can't really explain all of it, but this has some very powerful magic behind it. Very powerful. I feel like he can probably... I've had to relocate things since he got away several times. I'm nervous enough about it, having it here. I feel like it's just a matter of time. I feel like he's drawn to it somehow. So, it could be that all we need to do is leave it in the location somewhere where we know that one of them or both of them will be. We can't. But it is very. We would have to be careful about it. We couldn't let Quisley get mixed up in it. I don't think anyone can stand a chance against Bard Arsenal as he is.
Well, we know where one of them's gonna be.
Do we know where Quisley even is? That's true.
Do we?
I don't know if that other guy had any plans to leave the 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 tavern.
Did we find out about Unum and Quisley's connection thing? I
What
don't
were you saying,
remember.
Raz?
I mean, you know that Unum was ordered by Quisley to
Join the Greyhounds or whatever.
join the Greyhounds. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that he was in on that and he chose Unum for a reason and stuff. That's
So,
pretty much the most you know.
okay, so Nazim's gonna ask Unum if he knows where he would be. Since they're close. Quotes.
You know? Well,
I guess we could just walk with Unum until he fucking shows us where he's at, but that'd take too much time.
Look, we just need. This is what I've got to offer. I don't know, this magic, this mask. Maybe we could trick one of them to put it on.
What is the mask? Exactly.
They start to talk and then they just stop. They're just like, I don't really know how to explain it. There's a lot of. Um. Yeah, they're literally just like. There's several different myths about how it works, about how it just gives you power, but it costs something. I'm too afraid to put it on to find out. And also, I feel like putting it on, he would. I feel like he's drawn to it. If somebody else was wearing it, that might make it worse.
So
Are you
we need
sure
to
this guy's name isn't Sauron? That is not a character. I just
Well,
wanted to say that.
I hope not. That would kind of break the fabric of time and space. But yeah.
So we need to get somebody to wear this.
But Hazel does pipe up.
Then we could say whoever
might
wears
have-
this is gonna win the election.
I don't think they're gonna be fooled that easily, Nazim.
I don't know, they feel like a bunch of fucking idiots. From what I've seen, especially whatever his face is. Damn, whatever.
Well,
Hey, hold the phone, hold the phone. They are totally gonna roll empathy on you. Okay.
Fun with that.
damn it.
Turning, they turn to face Nazim, and they just go, "Well, everyone must look like an idiot to you, don't they?
Pretty much.
You think you're so smart and so tough, don't you?"
Yeah, except I'm not the one holding the mask that the psychopath wants.
They roll their eyes. Anyway, look. I want Quisley to lead as much as you do, but this is the most I can offer. I honestly would be glad. This is the one thing I'd be glad to get off my hands either way. Do you want this or not?
What
We'll
about it,
take it.
Percy? Oh, I guess never mind.
wait, what did Hazel say?
She says she's gonna take it.
Well, I said we'll take it, but Hazel will take
You
it.
didn't confer to us, but you just said we're taking it. So Percy, do you want to take the mask?
Yes.
Hazel, do you want to take the mask?
She looks at Nazim and looks at. Fuck, what is her name again? What, their name?
Libby.
Oh,
Bill.
Libby. She holds out her hand. If you're willing to give it to us, I'll carry it.
All right, Libby passes it on to Hazel. Roll notice.
It's rather fair that the one letting him out would be the one to carry it.
Well, that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's like, she caused this mess. She's taking responsibility for it, and a little bit of her police side is kicking in. Not gonna lie.
All right. An absolutely cold chill comes over you when you hold it. And for a split second, you feel almost compelled to put it on, but then, like, just the idea of that terrifies you just as equally. Like, this is, like you're only just holding this for a second, and you already get exactly where Libby is coming from. At that point, Libby just kind of turns away from the masks, and you can see every muscle in them start to relax, and they shut their eyes. Thank you. And then they head off.
Do we notice
That-
any change in Hazel's reaction to holding it? Do I need to roll notice?
Well,
She would-
yeah, go for it.
She'd probably look a little more tense than usual.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to see it, so I just had one, so he's not gonna notice.
Yeah, then you don't notice anything. She turns to the other three and she goes, okay, before we even mess around with this thing, we need to get those two together in the same place. Maud's already going to where I live at, so if the other guy is still in the, what the hell you call it place,
The slow
Would-
dog,
what do you-
whatever it's called.
Lazy dog.
Lazy dog. I call it slow dog, whatever.
the lazy dog, would one of you guys be able to persuade him to come to the address?
I already tried talking to
Well.
him.
There's one problem with this plan. How do we manage to use the mask to lure Bard Arsenal to these places without him getting his hands on the mask?
That silence is in character because Hazel doesn't have an answer.
We'll let Unum take it and run off with it. He's a quick little bastard.
At that, Hazel glares at Nazim.
Hey, if you're not gonna come up with any ideas, then shut your fucking mouth.
Ooh.
This kid is useful for something, and that's running away. So if he can take it and escape with it, then of course, why the fuck not? You can't
Because
baby
he-
him.
Because he's in enough danger as is. With this mask, he's gonna be a moving target. And she pockets the mask in her inventory.
God, you people and your fucking morals. You should be in politics kissing babies and all that other bullshit.
I mean,
Fine, whatever.
Uh.
You fucking do it then. I'm not gonna have any part of this bullshit. I'm not gonna be anywhere near where that fucker's gonna show up. So,
I don't
yeah,
plan you to be.
then have the fuck at it.
Nazim is right though. We should need to figure out something. And he does have a point in that that Unum is the fastest out of all of us.
Hazel reluctantly turns to Unum and she says, "What do you think about this?"
Well, Unum makes his.
So,
Oh,
so we
okay.
noticed this.
Yeah, he makes a breaking plate motion by
So
raising his knee.
apparently he wants us to break it.
I mean, that's not a bad option.
Well, I mean,
But what
if you can break it, wouldn't it be better to place one piece on each of them and then keep the last one for ourselves? If that does work.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what's the mask made of? We can at least try to break it.
Magical bullshit, probably.
Anything that's magic is bullshit.
Yeah, it appears to be like it doesn't appear to be particularly strong. It's like a little clay mask.
But
Let's
that's
break
the
it.
thing, though. But that's the thing, though. You're basing this on the assumption that it can be broken.
That's why you
And that-
try.
It will still have the same effect once it's broken.
How
Is
are we
Libby
gonna...
just gone? Like,
Libby, yeah, but say Libby is go. I think Libby did leave.
Libby?
Libby wanted out. Libby was done.
She gave us her problem and ran away.
Yep, we are left around devices. But that's another thing. Even if it works, in pieces,
Well, if you think
what if
about
it means he doesn't? What if it means he doesn't need the entire mask for,
well, I mean, if it's broken, either way we're getting something out of it. Because if we break it, it means he's a lot less powerful than he would be if he did get it. So breaking it either way is fucking a good idea.
So we're breaking it.
I would say break it, because fucking... If you're not letting Unum run away with it, so we can get him in and out, then I don't know what else we can do. Without him getting his hands on it, that is.
Hazel just sighs and just says, "Fuck it, fine." She takes the mask back out, and she tries to break it.
How does she try to break it?
There's a shovel right there. In the manure. or
Throw it at a
food.
wall.
Actually, what would I need to roll in order to...
Roll break.
that chuckle.
Okay.
I don't like that chuckle.
All right.
I don't mind it.
Actually, Hazel. What should?
Oh
where is
no,
it?
you're gonna do the thing where you're not gonna want to break it.
Hazel, you're gonna fucking die.
Hazel's gonna have that feeling like, oh no, I can't get rid of it. It's like the ring.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So yeah, roll inner strength.
Oh hell yes.
Oh, fuck my life. I don't have that!
Too bad. Roll it. I like rolls.
I don't. Okay.
Well,
I
Hazel
swear, I feel
Hazel
like this
isn't
is gonna be-
Hazel isn't a magi, is she? She just knows like normal spells, right?
Okay, so how is she trying to break the mask?
Yo, Rax.
Rax.
Yo, Rax.
Since it's made of clay, she tries to break it over her knee.
All right. So she kind of gets into the right stance for it. Raises the mask over her head. Swings her arms down, and it just stops right over her knee. She almost feels like she is just like unable to like. It's almost like something has just grabbed her by the arms, and she feels every part of her screaming no.
Percy takes out his crowbar.
I was about to
Hit it.
Hey.
Hey.
That means, well, go ahead, try it. Hit Hazel while you're at it.
Percy swings his crowbar.
Roll inner strength.
I'm not holding the mask.
Too bad.
That's what I was gonna do, Misha. I swear, I was gonna like just shoot the fucking thing, but I was gonna use the magic gun because it technically is a magic gun. So.
But am I rolling inner strength? Hey, I have that. I have it. Plus,
I'm fine with that.
Can you guys please stop abusing Hazel?
She's the one who's getting us in all the trouble.
Like Percy just goes to like he goes to get his crowbar when he's gripped with exactly the same chilling feelings that Hazel is, where it's just like, no, I can't break that. Oh my god, like it would be like the worst like bit of dread, sorry Mish, of like he just can't bring himself to do it, so he can't even bring himself to take his crowbar out.
so he just stands there, dejected.
Alright,
Yeah.
so Nazim's gonna notice this and he's gonna back way over here. He's gonna like drop the fucking mask. Or I'll shoot it out of your fucking hands. And it'll be your
Meanwhile,
fault if you get shot.
These guys have stopped fighting and they're just looking around like, what?
Move.
This guy points at himself. Me?
He points the gun at him. Yes, you. Back up.
Fine. I
And
just
your,
leave.
and your twin too.
Oh, I want to watch.
Fine, whatever.
Oh. Goes
Not in the way, you dipshit.
trying to get a good angle, okay?
Fair.
I
Stand
don't
over here with me.
understand.
For fuck's sake.
I don't understand.
Hmm.
I've kind of figured that like the mask would have more of a effect on magi's, like magic users. So, but I didn't know. I thought Hazel was a magi, but she's not. She's just the. But he's assuming there's a range of its power of this, so he's gonna try to shoot it from far.
First he backs up. And like,
Hazel, put the fucking mask down.
like lean it up against the wall or something.
Do something. Just don't stand holding it like an idiot.
You're Hazel.
Is that our new ally? Can he join the
I
party?
like him.
Can we
Hazel.
keep him?
Hazel. So, Ed, can I shoot this fucking thing?
Roll in her strength.
Why do you fucking douchebag? It's not gonna work. Oh well. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to break it.
Yeah, it's like every single time he starts to point directly at it, he feels his aim go off, and Nazim just keeps trying to do it. He keeps getting frustrated. What the heck is the matter with me? Before he realizes that it's like something inside of him can't bring himself to really go through with this.
So Nazim's gonna drop his gun and say fucking plot device.
Hazel reluctantly picks the mask back up and she's like, "You happy now, asshole?"
Yeah, fucking
Is there
great.
any way to trick?
So we
I
can't
don't
do
understand.
shit.
The-
This is fucking useless.
What if we?
Yeah.
What if we tell somebody else? Like, what if we like cover it in a towel, and then have somebody hit the towel with a hammer? They don't know what masks say, right? How to trick magical bullshit.
So that means if somebody's wearing this, we're obviously not gonna want to shoot them either. Or hurt them.
Oh,
So that's a pretty good mask. I think I want to put it on.
I think we should break it.
We can't break it. We've tried.
We should figure out a way to break it.
Okay, well, until we figure out a way to break it, we're wasting enough time as is. We only had a day to do this.
So what are we supposed to do now? Just take it to the two people, and then hand it over to the big dude? Or how are we getting it out? Like I said, Unum can do it. He's fast, and he's small. See, look! He just, like, points to him. He's choosing to do this. Stop babying him. You're not his fucking mother. So are you gonna hand it over?
Can I try to break it?
Sure. You know what? Sure.
Sure.
Go on, big guy.
Sure.
Alright, this guy has the axe lying behind him. He lifts it up way over his head, and it stops an inch away from the mask.
Oh, how much did he get in inner strength?
And then he just like drops his axe to the side and screeches and just turns and runs away.
Well, Unum, do you want this? There you go.
You
Good
get
job.
no choice in the matter. It is his now.
Good job, Unum. Nazim is actually gonna like pat his head kind of roughly.
To be honest, I half expected Unum to put the mask on.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if he puts it on. I mean, it just makes us not want to kill him.
Yes.
Oh god. He's gonna put the
What?
mask on.
What'd I do?
He's gonna want to put the mask on.
Oh, he's gonna put the mask on?
I don't know, maybe.
Why are you saying Ed, please? I'm confused.
Maybe Mish wants control of the
The
mass entity.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So he
Okay,
is gonna
hang
wear
on.
it.
Hang on.
Oh, are you putting it on?
It
Why
seems
don't
like
you
Unum's
just
putting
move
it on.
Unum so that he's under the mask?
You could do that too. Hang on, hang on.
With the mask. Maybe she just wants control. Go figure.
Alright. Okay, okay. How do I do this thing? Shit. Add. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. Character. Selected token.